This year I decided to create Christmas cards and New Year cards for my friends by myself. My friends live mostly in the Netherlands, and I miss them so much, so I decided to send them a piece of my love and my art, and just to remind them that I remember them and I miss them. So that's why I created this series of cards. And also I decided to make a gift for you. This video, this tutorial, how to draw a character, a bear with a jar of jam, with colored pencils. And I start with a sketch, so I draw just on the card because I know how my bear will be looking like. And the main thing when you draw a character, that the silhouette of the character should be interesting. So if you cover the silhouette with black, for example, the spot, the outline should be interesting, with some details which are interesting to look at. So please pay attention to it. So that's why I draw this scarf and his ears, and yeah, and also the shape of the bear is quite dynamic, even though he's sitting. So I'm drawing with a mechanical pencil. It's easy to erase, and after I made the sketch, I erased it almost completely because I don't want to see and to leave any lines. They will be seen under the colored pencils. I just need to know where I'm going to draw a character, so just a slight line left after I erase it completely. So then I start drawing with a color pencil. I took Faber-Castell. The number of the color is 187, and I draw the first layer with like soft circle movements. I don't press too much on the pencil, so this is the first layer, and then I press harder to make the color more intense. So it's mostly in shadow parts around eyes. So but the first layer is quite soft, and I draw also with these circle movements to create this nice texture without hatches, just really soft one and smooth. And then I take another shade of the brown. The number is 180. I'll write all numbers in the past, and I just draw on the top to create more complex shade, and also add more shadows because this color is a bit darker than the previous one. And when the color consists of several shades, it looks interesting. It looks more interesting. For this part of the sleigh, I also took this color 187 and 180, and I also creased the first layer without pressing too much, and then I'm just adding more color, and I put this darker shade 180 to the shadow parts. I took a red color, 117. It's a really nice shade, warm. And I'm drawing cheeks because they make the character more cute and sweet. And then I took the black pencil, so I decided to finish his face. So that's why I'm drawing his nose, his eyes, and adding a bit of shadows, yes, to his face. Now I took this red color again and I'm drawing his head. So the first layer is with soft circle movements without pressing too much. And then I add more pressure to those places where it's gonna be shadow to create the volume. And as you see, so here I started pressing harder, yes, to make it more intense. For his coat, I chose a really nice shade, Earth Green 172. It's really nice shade because it makes the red color like to pop out from the paper. It makes it brighter and more intense, and they work really nice together. And I also start with the first layer, and then I'm just edit gradually more layers to make the some part of his coat more intense, more dark, especially around the sleeves, around his neck, around the jar. So because I need to make his coat more volume. For the scarf, I chose the beige red color 132. It has a really nice and soft pink shade, and you can press hard on it because it won't be darker or brighter, and it's quite light color. And after I finished with the first layer, I put some other shades to this scarf. So I took the cold gray. The number of this pencil is 274, and I put it in shadow parts of the scarf, just a bit, because it's quite dark and intense, and it can cover this nice soft pink color pencil. And then after I finished with this cold gray, I put a bit of a warm gray, 271, just to make this gradation between pink and cold gray a bit softer. I use the cold gray as a color which unites all parts of this character. So I'm adding it to the shadow parts and to make the color darker and to make the whole image balanced in a color palette. So I really like how it works together. So that's why I'm adding a bit of cold gray to the coat, to under the scarf, under the sleeves. So I'm just adding more volume. For his pens, I'm using a warm gray color pencils 271, and the first layer is without pressing too much, and then I'm gradually adding more color, more shadows. And also for shadows, I'm going to use a cold gray I was talking about previously. And also I'm going to make a pattern for his pants, and you'll see it further. When I made the pattern, I'm also drawing shadows underneath the coat and to make his pants volume, so that's why I'm using this cold gray again, and I don't press too much. I just, with circle movements, create the shadow a bit. And also to unite pants and the other part of the characters, I'm going to add more shadows. So for this purpose, I took this pink and also these ochre colored pencils. And now I'm adding more shadows. For this purpose, I took a black pencil. You don't have to be scared of using a black pencil. It works nice, especially when you're drawing some characters for children books and illustrations. So here I'm also adding some shadows with these pencils. And the secret is not pressing harder, otherwise you will cover with this black pencil everything. It's really intense and hard. I'm almost forgot about the seat
part of the sleigh. So for this purpose I took this nice warm red, and the first layer I'm not pressing much, and then I just, as I did before, I just pressing harder on those places which I want to make darker and more intense. And also for shadow parts I use another shade of the red, is 217, but it's quite cold, so I'm not using it too much. Otherwise it will cover the warm red and I don't need it. And also I'm using this cold gray I told you before, and the black one. I finished the character and I'm going to draw a gift, which I need for better composition. And I used the same colors I used for the whole character, and you can choose any colors you want from the same color palette. And also I'm going to add some warm gray for shadows underneath the sleigh and underneath the box, because I need to that my character would standing on something, not like just floating in the air. So, and this warm gray in combination with a cold gray gives really nice result. So that's it. I hope you liked the video and was useful for you, and you also drew something for your friends. So thanks for your attention and happy holidays.